We have 5 members of the public who signed up to speak, so we'll hear from them real quick, and then we'll get to council questions.
Okay, the first speaker is Kim Glazard, followed by Robin Reeves May.
Good afternoon, Mayor and council members. On behalf of Organic Sacramento and community members, we are very excited by this wonderful opportunity for the City of Sacramento to redirect its funding away from water fluoridation to more productive and beneficial uses for Sacramento residents. As this is not a cost-effective use of taxpayer money, a number of us have come here today to explain why we feel the Department of Utilities could better spend the money used for water fluoridation for other purposes. Spending nearly $1 million a year to fluoridate water is, of which less than 1%, only 0.14% of water which is fluoridated is consumed, is not an efficient use of ratepayer money. Recent research and studies also substantiate ongoing health concerns and risks about the health effects of ingesting fluoride, so we have also submitted a lengthy report for the record which itemizes the number of our concerns and provides resources for further research and information on the issue. After 10 years of fluoridating Sacramento's water, it's time to revisit and reevaluate the risks and prudency of continuing this practice. If elimination of Sacramento's water fluoridation program is not adopted at this meeting, we respectfully request that this issue be agendized for a future council meeting. We think it's that important. So we really hope that you'll take this into serious consideration, and it's really important for the future of our city. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Kim.
Robin Reeves May, followed by Glayal Saba.
Good afternoon. Can't read with the glasses on. So it's unsettling that a group of people needs to go up against dentists, doctors, and lobbies with lots of money to protect our rights as citizens. In fact, we do count on those professionals to give us advice, and then we as individuals make our own educated choices for ourselves and our families. And we count on our elected officials to use our tax dollars and the money we pay for services to make our lives safer and a bit easier. We do not expect to have our money used on a practice like water fluoridation that mandates adding a chemical substance to our drinking water that is intended to medicate and treat a small target of people rather than treat our precious water. This practice takes away our right to choose. We can forever continue to debate the effectiveness of water fluoridation, the common sense problem with overdosing, and the dangers and lack of research on some of the chemicals being used. There is as much evidence against water fluoridation as there is in favor of it. And in the last 10 years, more and more professional organizations, cities, counties, countries are speaking out against it and even stopping the highly controversial and costly practice. I was asked earlier today why proponents of water fluoridation are so adamant about its continuation, even though so many people like me are opposed to it. And that's a very good question to ask. California has become the leading edge state in educating and protecting its citizens from potentially harmful chemicals. So we question what's behind the emotional or perhaps political push to keep fluoridating our water. As a resident of the city of Sacramento for 49 years and one of thousands of people opposed to water fluoridation, I am requesting that City Council adopt the budget recommendation and stop this costly practice. It's time to give us back the right to clean and safe drinking water. Thank you.
Thanks, Robin.
Glayal Saba, followed by Jeanette Bajorek.
Good afternoon. My name is Glayal Saba. I'm a practicing family physician in Sacramento, and I completed my residency here at UC Davis in 1991. I'm here to urge you to stop the practice of water fluoridation and save the money that the city would be otherwise spending. And you may be surprised why a physician would support this, because generally most of us seem to support fluoridation. However, I must say that 10 years ago when I was asked to do this, at the time I couldn't support it because I really had not looked at the evidence. And since then there has been much evidence, including multiple studies that show that there's risks to children, that the dose that we're using is inappropriate. I'm going to mention the study, American Dental Association's interim guidelines in 2006, which recommends the use of bottled water for mixing formula for infants 0 to 12 months old. The dose we're putting in the water, it is too much for babies at that age, and most formula bottles don't really mention that. And so that's one thing. There's also I believe the dose that we're using is too much. For example, the National Kidney Foundation in 2006 stated that they withdrew their support for water fluoridation because they feel that the levels that it is patients who have kidney problems are more susceptible to fluoride. There's many other issues, and National Resources Defense Council, National Research Council, which is under the guise of the National Academy of Sciences, came out in 2006, a huge report about fluoridation. And in it, they state that the use of fluoride is detrimental in terms of causing endocrine disruption in thyroid disease. The CDC's own recommendation, 1999 and 2001, state that the primary route of action of fluoride is topical, not systemic. I think we could save the city quite a lot of money, save the vulnerable population in our area, and just resort to using the fluoride which is in our toothpaste and fluoride that occurs in most of the processed foods, which did not used to occur. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gail.
Jeanette Bajorek, followed by Roger Defer.
Good afternoon, council members and mayor. Many water departments in this country discovered fluoride and succeeded in getting it added to the water they delivered to the citizens in their areas. It happened 10 years ago in Sacramento when the water department sneaked artificial fluoride into the water. Oh, they will point out all the town meetings and open discussions they had with the citizens as proof that they fully consulted the community. But they never told the folks exactly what it was they were planning to add to the water. It was their secret, and as such, in effect, an out-and-out lie to the citizens who thought that fluoride was a benign substance that was good for maintaining children's teeth. Today, if you confront a water department about the nature of fluoride they are adding, they will declare that the State Department of Health signed off approval when they applied for a license. The head of our Sacramento Department of Health, when I asked her what she thought of the excellent new DVD, which is circulating all over the world now, especially in this country, she started to say, "I have a problem," and then she interrupted herself and said that she follows the guidelines of the CDC. At the same event, a physician acquaintance of mine had said the exact same thing. This water department takes cover with their authorities, the CDC and the ADA, and mentions not with what glee they began the practice. Huge pots of money are available through tobacco tax funds to help water departments set up the equipment to fluoridate. And state law says they may recover all their costs through ratepayer funds. They were riding high. Life was a bowl of cherries. Now, however, when the quality of the substance is a problem, they want to run away. I'm aware that some members of the department do not want to watch this very informative DVD so that they can declare ignorance. They might as well wear a placard that says guilty, because they do not want to admit that they have been informed of the nature of what they are doing.
Jeanette?
I do not plead.
Can we get your final thought, please?
One sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
I do not plead for the sake of the water department that the council remove fluoride from our water, but for the sake of the citizens who have for too long been forced to drink a harmful poison and have had to endure the added result of paying for it themselves.
Thank you.
Roger Defer, followed by John Ursi.